Okay, so let me get this straight. We want to teleport to the top of the mountain, seduce a giant bird. To what end?
Poker night.
The city has decided that they are going to more or less try and wipe out all the nature spirits. And the players on majority have agreed with them as they've been a nuisance. But apparently, a number of players have been mysteriously dying.
We have another crisis creeping up on us. And if we don't address it, we are going to have a huge problem in the future. We might just have to make ourselves enemies of Aerveldum.
Oh, does everybody have a moist towelette?
I think I found some of your proof, Stefan.
Oh, we do need the corpse.
Foundlings, welcome back to the Odd Campaign. I am Quentin, your GM here. This is season 4, episode 27. Oh, there's so many. They're coming one after another.
Incorrect.
What? This is 28?
Yeah.
28?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, my document even says 28, but the number here says 27. So I've been corrected. There's more than I even thought there was, and yet there's still not enough for you ravenous content consumers. So please be staying tuned as we're hopefully could be putting out more content in the future. Nevertheless, if you not you guys, don't look too excited. I saw your eyes light up. It's not for you. If you enjoy this here podcast and want more of us for some godforsaken reason, you enjoy this vibe, please go over. We actually did a cross promotion with Bellhop Productions. That video should already be out upon the releasing of this one at the very least. It's going to probably be like a 2 to 3 part mini series. Go ahead, show them some love, but words of warning. We here at Missing Roleplay have found attempt to be PG-13.
At the very least. At the very most.
That podcast, however, let's just say you do not want to have it playing out loud with either your grandmother or your children. It won't go over well. However, it is a blast. It is a fun time. Please do go over and show Ryan and Ephraim some love over at Bellhop Productions, where we did dungeon hops with them. Very exciting. Other than that, enough of those people. They're not here today. I have other players. Hi, introduce themselves.
Hi. My name is Emily, and I play Snow, who is the leader of the Odd Guild, alongside with her faithful wolf companion, Nachia, who is the king. And then there's Wilson in the background.
Oh, hi, guys.
Yeah, there you go.
And I am RL. I play Zana, and she has her faithful crow companion, Alistair.
Hi.
As faithful as he can be.
I'm only as faithful as you are.
I can be.
As faithful as you can be, honestly.
I can be pretty faithful.
I am still here, aren't I?
Are you?
Am I?
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I play the character Tama, and, his trusty jar of pickles, which may have felt a little left out the last couple episodes because pickles weren't great this time.
Oh.
Is the jar named Pickles?
Oh.
Yes. Actually, that's yes.
Get a little name tag
collar
around it.
And everything.
Does have a name tag on it. Pickles.
Oh.
That's what it says.
Last time on the Odd Campaign, for a little refresher for all of you who are a little crusty, our group, crusty. Think of that word. Nice and moist and crusty all at the same time. Last time on the Odd Campaign, our group uncovered a harrowing truth. Or perhaps they're just really high on conspiracy theories. I don't know where they spend their time on their internet. Nevertheless, everyone's suspicious about the potential demonstrable reality that all of the horrific atrocities that Aerveldum has ever faced may have all been orchestrated by a single individual in an attempt to consolidate power. Deciding that if they were too weak to topple such an oppressive regime themselves, their only option was to turn to higher powers. Thankfully, they are aware of such higher powers, and they were already seeking them out in order to get to the 20th floor. And that is why our guild sought out and now has an audience with the nature spirits of the 15th floor. So, as I alluded to, you all, if you didn't remember, are currently in like extra-dimensional space between realms. One that seems to stretch outwards to infinity, but is centralized in the here and now. Your group stands at the center in a circular platform, which is then half surrounded by a semicircle of 6 pillars. Settled or settling on each one of these pillars is a magnificent creature which radiates power and majesty. I can go through it quick or give like really long, flowery descriptions of all of these creatures. You tell me if you want more information or details on them.
I'll say for our listeners' pleasure, let's have them described in a nice flowery setting, so each of them and also me get a good mental image of what these things we're standing in front of are.
Okay, so they seem to be ordered, going from left to right. I'll give you the TLDR, but still descriptive for now, and then if you want me to expand upon it, we'll go in more depth. So, starting with your left-hand side, you turn and you see the Gallimkete, a colossal, stark white sperm whale laying on top of a pillar of ice. Next up is a familiar-looking creature, the Fulgar Orn, or better known to your party as Den, a gargantuan tan and white thunderbird with streaks of blue feathers is currently perched on a rocky crag. Next is the Ignis Ursa, a colossal charcoal black bear which seems to be resting in the center of a volcano. The next one, which none of you have encountered before, but you feel stemming in your mind the name Migra Acela, is a gargantuan deer whose body seems to be comprised of the cosmos itself. It's semi-translucent, and you are kind of in awe of the majesty and grandeur of the swirling stars as it floats above a smooth stone altar. Next to it is the Umbra Ibis, a gargantuan owl, all black, perched atop a winding tree. Its feathers seem endless, stretching indefinitely into the shadows, but their harsh yellow gaze seems to be analyzing your every move. And last but not least, the Giftig Anguisse, a coiling serpent which may never end. You can only see a portion of its frame resting above the surface in an elevated pool of water, but the rest of its form seems submerged and hidden from view. Its head kind of sways back and forth, its green scales shimmering in the light of this realm, and it has somewhat of a hypnotic gaze affixed on you.
Snow looks around and then just kind of looks over towards Den. When you said poker night, I was thinking something more, not, all this. And she does like the hand gesture of like the entire area.
I have a question.
Sure.
Am I still on top of Den?
No, he put you down.
But I was running on top of him.
You were upon entry. He has set everyone down, and he's kind of like slid you off his back as he flew up in perch. Yeah, he's got to take his position of power. Come on,
his little perch.
He's perched. Yeah, thoroughly perched.
Okay. Wow, you got some big friends, Den.
Oh yeah, no, that's like all of us. I mean, big animals. That's how it works.
I'm just thinking back to our first meeting. Was on floor 10. You were at the little Leshy village. How did a celestial eagle like yourself end up down there?
I mean, I know. I went through Anuxaruk, the world tree.
I know that, but
it was
my
ill.
question is, why?
Well, it was ill, and I was trying to save it. You remember how we kind of combated it and then healed it?
How did you know the tree was ill?
It joins the floors, so if it's ill on one side, it's ill on the other side.
So you all know about the floors.
Those that have very easily distinguishable heads, you kind of see just nod their heads.
Okay, good. We're all on the same page then.
Eventually, the bear speaks up.
What is this ruckus you have brought before me?
Poker night? Question mark?
I smile at the bear and wave sweetly.
He seems kind of dopey, half asleep. His eyes are barely open. He doesn't really see anything. It seems like he's just bothered by the noise.
So where's the cards? They're probably magic cards, Anna. You know, like poof, they're there, and then maybe they throw them down. Maybe they're giant cards.
I signed up for poker, not magic, not that nerd stuff, okay?
What do you mean nerd stuff? You cast magic too.
Yeah, but I'm not magic cards. Not playing magic, the clamoring magic, the fellow. I don't remember what it's called. It's a stupid magic card game for nerds.
Yeah, but like, what if the cards have to be like supersized so it's magic? Or what if they all can come down and like be like den, like our size, like people?
I would like to see that.
I mean, that's a suggestion. I think magic cards.
Personally, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, I think the deer would be attractive. I think they would have like a really cool human form, you know?
So you're all kind of just standing here, talking to yourselves, and you see a perception check in your future.
A perception check in my future.
In your
specifically.
future. Yeah. Everyone, it's in your future.
Is future now?
The future is now.
28.
30.
Nice. Okay.
23.
You can all roll a knowledge arcana if you would like to. Or Tama, if you wanted to, you could roll a sense motive.
I don't have knowledge arcana.
You'll just get a different description.
26.
Okay.
20.
Okay.
17.
Tama, you can just see that all the animals are kind of like staring at one another. Meanwhile, the other two, you can see that through this eye contact and their body movement, you think they might be communicating somewhat through like natural movement, but also potentially magically and telepathically.
Does Den also seem like he's doing this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm not near him, am I?
No, you're all kind of down like 100 feet away from them.
That dance, it was just him trying to communicate to you?
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was the language
of his
for
people.
you.
Yeah.
Is that what he's been trying to do? Snow, it looks like they're talking about us.
How would you know they're talking about us? I mean, they're definitely talking, I think.
What else are they going to talk about?
What else would they talk about?
Poker night? What do you think this is?
We're probably interrupting their poker night.
All right, should we ask about the floors now? I mean, they just confirmed that they knew about them.
What do you want to know about the floors?
How to get through them? Isn't that the whole reason?
I thought...
We already know how to get through the floors.
Well, they obviously know more than we do.
I thought one of the main reasons we were here was to tell them about the whole players hunting thing.
Yeah, that's what we're definitely here for, but, all right, okay. Snow speaks up. Sorry to interrupt the telepathic conference over here, but...
And they all turn and stare directly at you.
Oh, that's intimidating. In a mildly, intimidating way. All right. Sorry to interrupt, but we're kind of here on a deadline of sorts, and, not even of sorts. We are on a deadline, and we're here to, inform you of some very important news that involves your lives? Question mark?
Snow, roll a perception check.
20.
20 total?
Yeah.
You would have had to have crit failed not to notice this, more than likely. It is so unmistakable that it feels like something is beginning to coil around you. And you hear in your ear,
So, have you come to join us today?
For poker? Sure. Why not? Huh.
And you can kind of see as there's a snake
Is it
resting.
a tiny snake?
It's a little tiny snake.
Where did this come from?
It just slithered up your back.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No. There's so much wrong with that.
And you see as it kind of it slithers back down and then actually begins curling and coiling up the pedestal and then begins to grow back to its full size.
Hey, so you're going to be joining us for our game of poker tonight.
Please tell me that's a whale.
That is the whale speaking.
That's Melville?
That's Melville.
Oh, hi, Melville. Yeah, Den told us all about your poker nights, and they did seem like a lot of fun, and it sure did seem like everywhere else was not the place to be, so
Oh, where else would there be on a Friday night other than our casual game of poker?
Not casual.
Oh, you know, generally we only stake the weight of the world on it.
Excuse me?
Well, there are duties and such being nature spirits, which, no one really wants to do, so the loser has to take care of them.
How many times has Den lost? Snow just looks at Den.
I am very perceptive. What I can infer from those visions, however, is not generally of the most intuitive variety.
So
But seeing as I don't have lips, it's really hard to crack a smile like beaks. They don't. So it's kind of hard to read my emotions
So you look like you're panting the entire time.
the entire time.
So,
Wide eyes.
do all of you have human forms? I assume you just don't like them as much, because your celestial forms seem way cooler.
At this, you can roll a sense motive real quick.
That would make a total sense motive of 14.
You can see that the question overall did not sit well with a number of the individuals here. It's kind of hard to discern who. It's kind of like a big ruckus has kind of been started by the question. Some individuals may be upset, potentially offended, excited, eager. There's a whole range of emotions in this room.
Could I roll sense motive?
Yeah, you could.
Only 16.
Same answer.
Well. Anyway, I think our, just to keep this mood up, I think our information might be able to wait until a nice game of poker runs by. How long does this normally take? She's looking at the watch she does not have still.
You feel a gust of wind kind of stir up. As you said the word information, it seems as if the large, shadowy owl has grown excited and is flapping its wings quite eagerly.
Information?
Yes, those were the words that I used.
And you feel almost as the distance between you grows smaller, even though you don't hear a sound or see the creature move. But all of a sudden, their giant head is almost 6 inches away from you.
Is Snow farther away from us right now?
Perceptively, no. Snow seems to be panicked,
Not
And
really
zoned
panicked.
out.
a little zoned out, intimidated, anxious, if you would, but for unknown reasons. But it seems as if she's making direct eye contact with the owl.
I don't know where to look. She's looking one eye to the other.
She has to turn her head, though, to look at the eyes.
What information do you have for me?
Oh, I'm tempted
Wait.
to make a deal.
We should play with our information as our bet.
I like the cut of her jib.
Yeah, they can quote unquote win it, but we're gonna
Wait, why do I care? No, I like the betting aspect. It's just is this information important to me for some reason?
Yes.
Yeah, see, I'm not totally convinced on that part.
Well, you can tell if I'm lying, right? Am I lying?
And you see as these icy blue eyes begin staring at you.
Zana stares back with a blank smile.
All of you can roll, I guess it would kind of be a perception check. Well, I'll call it a perception check, for lack of a better word.
20.
21.
17.
Snow and Tama, the whale's voice sounds familiar. You're not quite sure where you can place it.
Snow kind of leans away from the owl, closer towards where Tama is, and kind of tilts her lips back and wonders, does he sound familiar to you? Is it just me?
I want you to know, as you say you lean away from the owl, it doesn't seem as if the owl gets any further away.
She's still trying, though. The further she's
yeah.
leaning and takes a partial step back.
Yes, it does sound familiar, but no, that doesn't make any sense.
Yes. Do we have that thought in our mind about the owl's name, too? Because you said we had that.
Yeah. So you inherently kind of know the proper titles for each of these creatures for some reason. It's just something innate within you.
Syrian? Right?
Yes?
Could you, take just lean the other way. I'm about to fall over, and this is very uncomfortable.
Ooh, very well. And it seems, from your perspective, as it's just their neck that kind of stretches back all that way.
Ew.
As just how you would lean back, so does it.
So, have you figured out if I'm lying yet? That the information is important to you?
Oh, lass, I have absolutely no idea.
Aw, man.
However, I do love a good game, and since you're here, you might as well entertain us.
Zana, what are you getting us into?
I'm gonna entertain them.
I don't know what the word entertain means in this context.
We're gonna play some poker.
Are you sure about that? It's not like a battle to the death fighting like
So,
minions.
what are you wagering, and who would you like to challenge?
Information. We're wagering information that could potentially save your lives?
Alrighty, well, that's the what. Now the question is the who. Choose wisely.
Wait. Is this just me, or is this like everybody?
And they all kind of turn and stare at one another.
Usually poker, it's several people.
Is this like a one-on-one? Who's the dealer? Y'all got a pack of cards?
Wilson, how you at shuffling cards?
What? I mean, not that great.
Oh,
If you need me to, like, chronicle your rock collection, I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, well, they're such puny beings. It wouldn't be fair. Let them all go together.
it's giant cards, isn't it? I just imagine giant cards.
Very well, you can all go together. But who will you challenge?
Do we have to pick just one of you? I thought we were all going.
It wouldn't be fair if you challenged more than one of us at once.
It's gonna be weird poker.
Well, Snow.
Well, now you turn to me and look for me to get... You're the one who wants to do this.
You were pretty zonked out staring at that owl for a bit.
Oh, you will have the owl stare at you and you'll be zonked out. Look at that thing.
I think he's kind of cute.
You're weird.
Do you
I thought you hated birds.
Do you make direct eye contact with the owl?
Well, I mean, she looks at Draken and then looks in the owl. I mean, owls have been growing on me.
In general, I thought you hated birds and squirrels.
Why? Okay, I hate squirrels. Stick by that. I don't hate birds. Who are you confusing me with?
You had a pigeon story at one point. There's like
Okay.
a pigeon apocalypse.
I don't count pigeons as birds. They are the rats of the sky.
Right. All right. Everyone huddle. Good. Over here. All right. Game plan.
All right.
And you kind of feel a collective chuckle from all of the nature spirits, as if they are amused by this behavior.
You know what? Fine. We can do it this way. Pulls up messaging app. Fine, guys. This is how we're going to do it. In the messaging app. Because they think they're so cool with their telepathy. And we're all just going to stand here like looking at the
Fingering the air.
So, who are we gonna pick?
Well, let's avoid anyone who is mildly intelligent.
Oh, so we should pick Den.
Poor baby.
Wow, you're really going to throw a man under the bus like that?
But it's not just intelligence we have to worry about. We also have to worry about being able to read them or their bluff.
Okay, so if the nature spirits represent all of the attributes, let's see who we've got here.
Oh, they do? Wait, when did we figure this out? I'm way
a long
behind.
time ago.
Keep up with the program.
I mean, oh, is that why we got dexterity
From Dan. Yeah,
Okay.
so we have an
Yeah.
associated buff.
Oh,
This also might be a time if you don't want dexterity as your boon, you could bet for maybe one of their blessings. I don't know.
what? No, I'm good.
Besides, we can try and get their blessings by trying to do one of their
Wait, do we
later.
even know what we're winning?
No, that's also why we're turn away from me, please. We don't need a huddle anymore. Gosh, this is weird.
Oh, I kind of liked the huddle. It made me feel like part of a larger group. And
No. We gotta seem like we're also in the top of our game. No, that's also why we're here for. Obviously, having the nature spirits on our side when we're having to face up against people like Camille Seamus would be of great benefit. I wonder if we'd be able to ask them if we could, like, call on them.
I know exactly what to bet them for. Their friendship.
I think friendship is earned.
Well,
Now, loyalty can be bought temporarily
I mean, like
with money.
Lots of money. And it's very temporary. I speak from experience.
Well, we're friends with Den, right?
Yes, but we didn't buy his friendship.
Yeah, we earned it. And this is how we earned their friendship, by winning poker.
But no, if you said Pokher's goal was to make them our friends, then isn't that you're looking to get rewarded with friendship? Then it's not real friendship.
No, it's just like,
No.
we
Okay.
win. We're going to be friends now, you know?
Well, why can't we just be friends and ask for something else?
Okay.
Tama, what do you think?
Yeah, I think we just try and be friends. I'd like to actually go see if I can figure out their other challenges. I love a good challenge.
Oh, thanks, Tama.
Okay.
Ooh, we could bet them for the information of where they all are in the real world.
I think that defeats the purpose of the challenge as well, though.
I thought we were challenging them at poker.
Okay. All right, this should not be that hard. All right.
I grow bored.
Draken, what do you think?
I don't know.
Should we ask them maybe for like a one-time boon or something? Like, hey, we'll give you...
why don't we just ask for their blessing? I don't really care that much about a challenge. Easy's the easiest way, right? So if beating them in poker is easy, that's still a challenge. Bada bing, bada boom, we're done, we get their buff.
I think that would be, like, maybe...
If you want to be really generic and mean, just ask them for a generic favor sometime in the future.
Let's challenge the one that's bored so we don't bore him anymore.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just throw Tama at him. It'll be too hard. Just throw the pickle jar, too. All right, okay. All right. So, I think it would be fair if we asked them, what if we just bypassed, like Draken was saying, we could get their boons, but this would be the way to bypass all those extra steps, because I think we could only have one at a time anyway. So maybe we can just ask if each of us can pick which one we get.
At this point, you feel as the earth kind of begins to tremble, and you look up to the pillar and you see that the bear is no longer facing you and is kind of turned away and is lying down facing the other direction.
All right, okay. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yep.
Sure.
All right, who are we challenging? Let's see, Snake is charisma, Gelmkete strength, Den is our dexterity.
So I'd like Tama's favorite animal is snakes, but he's horrible.
It's your
charisma.
favorite animal?
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Maybe you could get a boon from the snake and be better at charisma.
So, guys, we should probably avoid deer, owl, and the snake.
So the bear.
Well, unless you want to go with strength.
Wait, but what if we want any of those boons?
Oh, I was going to say that everyone offers it up, but I guess their lives in exchange.
Wait, what? We're sacrificing our lives?
No. What I'm saying is, like, giving them information that would save their lives
Uh-huh.
and asking them if we could pick from any of them to get a boon.
Oh. I mean, I feel like you'd have to convince everyone to agree to that.
Listen, we can give it a shot. Unless you have a specific one.
What do you think the bear is?
Constitution.
I mean, extra HP is always nice. Also, I think all of them kind of have, like, an associated, like, elemental power. Like, I see, like, water and ice, and then, like, wind and electricity, fire and earth, shadow, star. Yeah,
Not aligned?
Space.
Space dragon?
It's a deer.
It's starry deer.
I don't know,
I
man.
like it. She's very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's just try this and see if maybe we can get them to agree. I don't know.
They're going to be upset if we don't have, like, our answer already. We've been talking for, like, 5 minutes.
Well, that's why I was about to turn around. I mean, I'm already facing. All right. She looks up as she's, like, finishing this message.
You see, most of them seem very unenthused and kind of
Yay.
just, like, aloof at this point.
Veramund, would you like to play against us?
What? Oh, well then. It certainly would be interesting, now wouldn't it?
Indeed.
What is it that I have that you would like?
It is not necessarily what only you have, Veramund. It is what all of you have. We are interested in being able to choose our boon in exchange for this information.
As you say that, like, 3 of them just laugh out loud.
Can I roll diplomacy?
Sure, you can roll diplomacy. They are neutral towards you, so it might go over well.
We figure since our information affects all of you...
27.
You can tell who seems resistant and why, kind of. You feel as if you are kind of reaching Den, who obviously you already have favor with. The deer does not seem to be opposed to this in the slightest, and the snake seems indifferent. The Gelmkete and the owl are just kind of laughing at this.
You think that beating Faramund is a challenge? And you think that I would care if you beat Faramund? That isn't at all what I would be satiated by.
Then who should we challenge to satiate you?
None other than myself.
Oh, it's my turn to laugh now, isn't it? You think we're stupid.
I cannot promise you that which I do not have. Any who are willing could bestow this upon you if they deem the festivities entertaining and worthy.
Oh, okay. We just gotta make it entertaining.
The owl did give a very specific requirement. Thoughts? Snow turns back to the group.
I stick with the bear. Seems chill.
Challenging an owl to a poker doesn't sound like a great plan. I've, been around a lot of owls back in the mountains. They are very intelligent creatures. Not a great idea to go against them with poker.
I agree.
I don't know, Draken, have you ever played Snowball in poker?
No. Why would I have ever played Snowball in poker?
I don't know. Me and Alistair play games sometimes.
Is Snowball a boy owl or a girl owl?
It's a female owl. Stop having dirty thoughts. This is a PG-13 podcast.
No, gosh darn
We
it.
choose the bear.
Very well.
As he says this, he slams down his massive paw on the ground, and you again feel the earth shake, and you see cracks begin to rupture with magma until eventually the circle you're standing in, the entire perimeter of it, is lit ablaze with flames, and the terrain itself begins to shift, becoming more uneven, unsettled, rocky in texture, but there also seems to be flowing lines of magma.
These are some weird poker aesthetics, I'm telling you right now.
Fire bear.
I knew it was a fire bear.
And in front of all of you, a little tiny flame sprite pops up. It's a little ball of fire, but it seems to be somewhat humanoid, having arms and legs, but a spherical flaming head.
If you wish to receive a blessing, endure this climate and poke her.
And he nods to the little flame sprite, which begins jumping around on to the various rocks in the pools of magma, which are now surrounding the terrain.
This isn't poker. This is a game of tag.
Poker.
I hate everything about this already.
I was going to make you about that earlier.
All right.
Well, I'm getting to this. I turn myself. I use greater invisibility.
Okay. So this is a large circular terrain, though the elevation has somewhat shifted. The outer layer, there is a very solid surface. The center of it, however, seems to be a pool of magma. And the flame sprite seems to be standing at the center of it.
How far across is it?
So the circle's around about 300 feet wide. The outer rim of the actual, walkable terrain is 20 to 30 feet as a perimeter, which kind of goes around in a ring. And there does seem to be a few rocks here and there, which seem to be settled and still standing in the pool of magma.
I light step
Okay.
straight out.
Would that sprite be considered a monster?
I believe so.
Or charm monster?
Sure.
Wait, I can't use charm monster if they can't see me. Never mind.
Yeah, because you are invisible. A little bit of anti-synergy there.
What would it be like? What type of check would it be to jump across the stones? Acrobatic?
It would be an acrobatics check, yeah.
Okay, then yeah, I guess I'll try and start jumping across the stone.
I do want to say after I turn invisible, I am trying to chase the sprite.
Okay. The sprite has literally just run across the surface of the lava and is now standing in the center of the pool of magma.
27 acrobatics.
You are able to very dexterously hop upon stone and stone and stone, and you get ever closer, but as both you and Snow do, as she is kind of light-stepping closer and closer as well, you're able to occupy different stones. There are enough of them, but you see that the sprite just sinks into the lava.
That's not fun.
I thought this was poker, not hide and seek.
Says Zana, who is
She's
currently
going
invisible.
Guys, think about who we selected. If the bear is associated with Constitution, maybe this is like a test of endurance?
You won. Snow lands on a nearby rock. You want us to dive.
No, I don't. That's not at all I'm saying. I'm just saying maybe that's what's necessary. I'm not saying anyone should jump into lava.
I was willing to, but obviously that'd be a bad choice here.
I can try and summon a monster that is.
Zana, where are you?
I'm really confused. I hear voices.
I'm here. No, I'm over here.
No, it's not making it any better.
She's just leaning from side to side around.
Zana, oh gosh, this makes it so much harder. What if I run into you? No, that's dangerous. I don't know where I can land.
I'm not gonna.
On the land.
What if she's there?
I'm not gonna be in your way.
Do we get potions or anything of endure elements for when we were gonna go swimming in the ocean?
I got the bear's the cloak of endure elements, but I don't think that's going to.
No, that was endurance.
No. I have a cloak of endure elements.
How many bear cloaks do you have?
It's not a bear cloak. It's fish skin.
If we give someone the cloak and focus all of our healing magic on them, potentially it would be enough for whoever it is just to get to the fire sprite in time. But they'd have to be a very strong swimmer. It's still a liquid.
I can summon elementals, like ice elementals, wind elementals, stuff like that. I could summon an ice one to cool down the lava. If we can.
But I think water might work better for that.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, if you summon an ice elemental,
I think it just melts, right? Yeah.
That'd be abuse.
The water elemental won't die right away, right?
It'll probably evaporate. It's kind of hot in here, guys.
It's a little cruel
I
in front of nature spirits.
Large one.
Large is like a size category, like how they're gargantuan or colossal. That just means like a 10-foot tall blob of water.
Yeah, big water.
This is like a 200-foot wide pool of lava.
Oh wait.
We're just gonna do it in the place that she dipped down.
How do you know she's still there?
Also, wouldn't that kill her potentially? Because she's made of fire.
Gosh dang it, this is complicated. I'm trying.
Wouldn't it be better to summon a fire elemental, which would be immune to the fire,
and send it after,
and have it chase her around?
You know what? Fine. Can I do that?
Yeah. So what do you end up choosing?
A fire elemental.
So are you trying to summon a large elemental? Because you could also summon multiple medium elementals if you wanted.
I think I'll do multiple medium then.
Okay, cool. So you summon multiple medium fire elementals, and you see as these magma men actually rise themselves straight out of the lava.
Hello, we're looking for a little fire sprite. Fire sprite. Yeah.
And then they make a hand gesture about yay tall.
Yeah, I nod my head. Yes.
Can you speak with their language?
Not really, but when you summon something, you kind of have a little bit of an understanding of what's going on. Not really words, more like tensions.
I think they're just gonna attack it.
And you do see as they kind of just start slogging their way into the magma, and they just chase with their arms outstretched into the pool of lava.
Well, then they're gonna chase her out.
And you do see as every so often the little fire sprite kind of just jumps up out of the magma, but only for a few seconds. She seems significantly more dexterous than the medium elementals.
I think we need a net.
Wouldn't it just burn through the nets? I love nets. Don't get me wrong. Nets are great. People underappreciate nets. But 9 times out of 10, nets, highly flammable.
A
You're
metal
the type
net?
of person that would know the tensile strength of a net, aren't you?
What do you mean? Of course, that's one of the primary things you need to know is the weave of the net, how strong the material is used for the net, the carrying capacity of a net.
All right.
Let's chase this thing while they're arguing about nets.
Sounds good.
All right.
I switched on the cloak of endure elements.
Sure. First thing first, this entire area is technically an area of extreme heat. Thankfully, due to your guys' endure elements, you actually aren't required to make fortitude save. But everyone else, I am going to need a fortitude save from you because at this point, you've been here so long that the oxygen itself almost burns your lungs as you inhale.
Gosh, Tama, I don't understand why everyone over there is sweating so bad.
Oh
Look
my
at
gosh,
Wilson.
this is really bad. I don't like this. Can we go back to the forest? I really like the forest. Forests were nice. Oh, I agree with lover number 2. It's kind of sweltering in here, Snow.
And you just see as he begins like stripping and taking off his shirt.
Am I sweltering as well?
Absolutely. No, I need a fortitude save from you.
Snow covers her eyes, but like leaves a crack as she's watching. She's like,
I'm only
oh.
enduring against the cold. 24.
Yeah, you pass. Flying colors. So, what I'm going to need from both Snow and Tama is an acrobatics check
Of course.
to dance around in the lava.
28.
Make sure that you very firmly get situated on these stones.
33.
Oh, wow. No, yeah, both of you pass with flying colors. Very nimbly dancing. So what I will ask from each of you is a reflex save.
27.
Very good.
23.
Both of you actually very dexterously jump and almost intersect with one another, kind of pinning the fire sprite in between a location. It has nowhere to go. It tries to go down, but both of you swat at it. But as you do, you feel as your hands pass through it, as it is just a flame.
Oh, this is amusing.
We actually accidentally gave each other a high five.
fives, yeah.
We win!
You have not poked her. You went through it.
Guys, you gotta poke it.
I think you need to use some type of elemental damage which is effective against fire.
Are we supposed to hurt it?
You have to at least make contact with it. It's immaterial. It's like waving your hand through fire.
I look at the bear. Are we supposed to hurt it? And I look kind of upset.
Wait a second.
You couldn't hurt it if you wanted to.
Oh, okay, so we're not gonna hurt it.
Hang on. I'd like to clarify something.
Sure.
We didn't really care about giving them the information, right, guys?
What? No, we
No. Like, if we lose, we give it to them, but if we win, we were going to give it to them anyway, right?
Kinda, yeah.
That was the plan.
Yeah, but don't we want the boons? Also, they wanted to play a game.
Okay, we'll continue with this game, but
Can you, hurry up, though? It's really hot in here.
I mean, it is, but, you don't have to be such a wuss about it.
Well, what else? Okay, you're right. No, I'll just summon a horse and ride it into the magma. What am I supposed to do in this circumstance?
I could summon a wind elemental and get some nice wind blowing on me.
You mean create a firestorm, Zana?
No.
Tama!
You do see as Draken has been shooting a couple of arrows at the creature, but the creature seems too nimble and dexterous for it to be hit.
Tama, you're a monk. Do you have snatch arrow?
No, I have deflect. I don't really have a need to grab it.
What terrible monastery did you go to that they didn't teach you the basics?
Draken, just shoot him. I'll catch it.
And you see as Draken shoots an arrow of what appears to be ice in your direction.
Grab it somehow.
What's your touch base AC?
23.
20, yeah, he's fine.
Okay,
he's
good.
fine.
So yes, you deflect the arrow in Snow's direction. Snow, roll a reflex save to see if you can catch it.
32.
Oh, yeah. All of you weaving your skills and knowledge together, Draken knocks an arrow and looses it, firing it at Tama, who seamlessly finds his position in this pool of magma, deflecting the arrow. And as he does, Snow is able to swoop by and snatch it right before it falls into the lava. You now have an arcane arrow of frost.
Ha! Got it. Wait, where's the thing?
And you see as the flame sprite is actually jumping through the lava in the direction of Zana.
Wait, we don't see Zana.
Yeah, you know where I was, though.
So with all of the actions and all the time that's passed, it's actually probably been around about 10 rounds, so you would probably be visible by now.
So I am visible again.
You are visible again.
And
You
it's
see this tunnel play,
Charm Monster!
bloop,
I would like to cast Charm Monster.
and it sees you, and you see it.
I would like to cast Charm Monster.
What's the will save for that?
I haven't gotten to use this ability yet.
You see as this little tiny flame sprite is jumping up through the pools of lava. It stares at you, and it has little fins now as it's kind of become like a little flaming fish, and it kind of floats in the air.
Come here.
And it very slowly begins to approach.
I wait for it to approach me, and I have my hands up.
It comes right up next to you.
Does it?
Yeah.
I boop it. I go, boop.
But as you do, you feel as your hand phases through it. But Snow, with your arrow,
Oh, shoot, Zana!
you do manage to make roll to hit real quick. It's a
Okay.
semantical thing. Its AC is abysmally low, and it is currently flat-footed thanks to the charm monster.
19.
Yeah, you manage to scathe this creature with the frost arrow, and you see as it kind of like poofs into sparkles and glitters. But, Zana, as this creature disappears in front of you, you barely have time to emotionally process this, as Snow is hurtling towards you with an arrow outstretched and just tumbles right into you. And both of you fall tumbling onto the ground.
Oh, yep. All right. Did we get her?
And poof, you see the flame sprite appear right next to the both of you, kind of giggling.
I should poke.
Well done. Ooh, quite interesting indeed.
Get off me, Snow!
Oh, that was horrible. Snow rolls off of Zana.
Oh, I skipped my elbow!
Boo-hoo. Walk it off. You'll be fine. Oh, my back.
Walk on my elbow!
Oh, that's awkward, no, ain't it? I think I broke something. She pulls a carrot out of her bag.
Me!
It's a broken carrot.
Well done, everyone. Well done indeed. Quite amusing.
I didn't really get to do anything.
Very well.
Well, you win too, honestly, because, I mean, you get our prize either way.
And you see as the bear slams down his paw onto his pillar, and it seems as if the environment around you kind of rescinds and gets absorbed back into him. And you see as he exhales, his fur glows like a bright ember.
So, what is it you wish from us?
I feel like that was kind of the discussion we just had. Am I deja vuing here? Is it just me?
Select your boon.
How's everyone feeling?
Painful, thanks to you, but...
Well, Zana, maybe you should have moved.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was booping it. I was in the middle of booping it. I gave it a little boop so we would win. And then you come, raging out with an ice arrow. Thank goodness she's okay.
He said she would be fine. All right, this is all I have. Oh, also, Draken, here's your arrow. Snow walks back over and hands Draken his arrow.
It's just like literally any arrow. He just takes the arrow and puts it back in his quiver.
So I guess you guys are giving us your present first, and then we give you ours. Or, like, the prize.
Make your selection, and the spirit in question will tell you if it is satisfied with your performance.
Well, I'm really low on wisdom.
And the owl kind of just scowls at you.
But I do think I acted impressively smart in that challenge. You gotta admit, Mr. Owl, Mr. Syrian, I was pretty crafty. I summoned the fire elementals to get the spirit. I went invisible so she couldn't see me. And then I just put on a nice smile and charmed her so I could give her a little boop-a-doo.
Oh, so you're saying you don't want the dexterity that I already gave you?
Yeah, he's doing this little, he's like tracing his wing, like his feather in a little tiny circle.
She smiles.
So you don't want the dexterity?
Then I already got your dexterity.
Well, but you can only have one. The boon is like a one-time thing.
I
So
didn't know we only get one.
Yeah, no, you only
mean
get-
I have to give up dens?
no, you could just keep it. You know.
Okay, well
He's just pushing the tips of his feathers together.
I guess I'm gonna have to get a different prize that's not a boon.
I said we could choose one. I don't know if they'll give us something else that wasn't part of the agreement.
Well, I already have a boon. What are they gonna do? Take away something for winning? I don't think so.
I mean, if you already have one and you choose not to give it up, then that's your choice, right?
You got anything flameo for me to get? I'm in like an item or something flame related. You seem like a flame person. I already have daggers.
You may have something of equal or lesser value to the boon. What is it that you would like?
I once knew a person with flame wings.
This is not something I can give you.
He's a bear.
I mean, if you didn't ask for wings, you could make it happen.
Wait. Did you say we could make it happen, Dan?
Well, I mean,
Wait.
you just asked a bear if he would help you fly. Is that something like they're inherently known for where you come from? Because like where I come from, like...
I have seen wings made of flame. I'm just saying.
Oh, well, I mean, my wings are made of feathers.
I know. You have very nice wings.
I mean, you could have wings. You didn't ask for wings.
I just realized I don't need wings. I have a flying carpet. I don't know what Snow, I don't know what I want. I won, but what do I get?
Don't whine to me. I don't know what you need.
Well, what are you getting?
You seemed fond of this one.
And he kind of reaches out his paw and, like, taps the ground with his claw, and from it sprouts up the little flame sprite.
Sprite! Wait, do I get to keep her?
You may have this one. Let it be a light that guides your way.
I hold out my hand.
This is an ever-burning flame. It cannot be put out, even under the harshest of conditions.
Even underwater?
The harshest of conditions. The only time this sprite will extinguish is if I extinguish.
And it kind of just, like, bounces around. It's a little ball of fire.
Oh, hi, friend. Yeah, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I feel like I'm okay with this.
I'm not. It's going to catch my tail on fire.
No, it won't. Not if you're careful.
And you see as the flame sprite begins chasing Alistair around a circle, who's just flying away from it.
Zana likes tormenting her imagination.
Yeah, pretty
it's
much.
Canonical.
All right. So the rest of you.
I'll talk to the deer.
Okay. You approach.
She kind of like walks around, looking around the deer, just like examining.
Again, you see this semi-translucent figure, which seems to be made out of celestial bodies, stars, and galaxies.
Cool.
And the deer kind of tilts its head and kind of like just looks at you as you're kind of walking around it, observing.
You're a Sella, correct?
It just kind of nods.
All right. I'm assuming that your attribute is intelligence?
Again, it nods.
You know, the silence is killing me. This is more awkward than anything. Okay. Do you speak?
It nods.
I hate everything.
I saw that coming.
The deer kind of just like bends down and gets closer to you.
Is it as creepy as the owl getting closer?
No,
Okay.
It's actually somewhat entrancing and beautiful.
Sweet.
You don't hear anything, but you kind of feel a voice. Is mine the boon you desire?
I think so.
Then blessings be upon you.
And as she says this, she kind of just gently touches the top of your head with her nose. And there's a sparkle of light, almost like a star. Yeah, you're going to gain a +4 to your intelligence. And something else that I'm going to keep secret.
Okay. Is there something that pops up that's like a lot of question marks?
Yes, listed under your abilities is something known as the Boon of a Sella, but it doesn't have any information about it.
She looks back up at the deer. Thank you. I don't know what this other thing is, but I'm sure it's great. Thumbs up all the way. I'm just going to walk back over to the other group now.
And the deer kind of bows in response.
No, you're back. Check it out. Sprite's already learned how to drop from hand to hand.
Poof, 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 poof.
Yeah, I guess I asked my character would ask her.
Well, I was thinking probably the biggest thing I would want to do is be able to hit things harder. So I'd like to be able to punch things harder. Is there anything you have that might be able to help with that?
I am not known for my striking prowess. However, all buckles and bends under an unquenchable fire. If you would like, I could bestow upon you something to make your foes bend beneath your hands. If you wanted to strike more fiercely, perhaps you should converse with my associate.
And the bear nods over to the whale.
Was the whale one of the ones that was laughing, or was the ones that...
He seemed to really enjoy. He was having a gale time. He thought it was hilarious what was happening. He was skeptical at first, but he seems more on board now after the experience.
All right, I guess my character goes up to the whale.
A mighty fine show you put on there, lad.
Snow whispers to Tama, walking over as she's walking by, like walking to the rest of the group. He sounds so familiar. The hell? And she just walks away.
Hello there. I'm glad you enjoyed the spectacle. You sound very familiar for some reason. For some reason, I can't get that out of my head.
I don't know why. I've never met any of you before a day in my life.
But, yes, would you be able to give me something that would make it so I could hit things harder?
I mean, certainly. If you had the boon of the Galamkete, your strikes would be more fierce than ever.
That would be nice. Dexterity tends to help me more in my abilities, like jumping, which, as you could...
Oh, I see. You think that the Fulgar Orn's boon is more appropriate and beneficial. You need to be nimble and dodge. Nay, you need to strike and ram into your foes with the utmost force and prejudice.
Well, as a monk, as you know, monks are basically all about their being able to move.
No, acrobats are about being able to move. Carnival people need to do backflips and walk on tight ropes. A monk could be steadfast and strike through the heart of a boulder.
He seems somewhat agitated by the proposition that dexterity is better than strength.
Fine.
If you want my boon, or rather you would just like something other than my boon because you think dexterity's better, you could prove yourself through another game. If your dexterity triumphs, I will give you what you seek, something which makes your fists strike like a frigid blast of ice.
Tama, be careful with what you're doing over there. We're not going to stop you, but...
Well,
we're not going to stop you.
Would get rid of my prize from this game?
Or would he get 2 prizes?
I wouldn't give you 2 prizes, but that is not up to me if someone else still wishes to reward you from this game.
All right, well, I never did say that dexterity was better than strength.
It was heavily implied.
No,
I felt it. I am great at poker. I can read you like an open book, lad.
Well, I'll think about the game. It does sound quite intriguing. I guess Tama walks back over to the bear and does ask for that the ability to bend, the foes thing. So, what does this ability entail?
You would become that, like the molten lava. Your body, anything it comes in contact, would shrivel and burn or melt.
And so you would get the aforementioned ability to, whenever you come in contact with something, it's like as if it came in contact with lava. So dealing 2d6s of fire damage. But that means if you touch something flammable, it might light on fire. If you touch something metal, it will begin to melt. I will say you're dealing the damage as long as you're in combat, grappling them. So yeah, if you hold them for a full round.
Snow walking back over to the other two. So what are you guys gonna do?
Yeah, Drake and Wilson.
I don't know. I mean, well, these seem useful.
But both Wilson and Draken are kind of looking back and forth between the owl and the snake.
Wilson and Draken?
Yeah. So here is the internal monologue, which none of your characters would be privy to. But because I think it's hilarious, I want the players to understand. Wilson sitting there thinking,
if the owl's wisdom's used for survival, which means I'd be better at making maps. But the snake is charisma. If I'm more charismatic, maybe Snow will go on a date with me.
Meanwhile, Draken's over here thinking, he's like, that's a dope bird. I like its aesthetic. It's very shadowy, but the snake make me a better liar.
Draken is a snake.
And meanwhile, Snow's standing outside. So what are you guys gonna pick? Very upbeat.
Nothing, Snow. I'm gonna walk over here to this owl.
And he just begins walking over to the bird as he seems a little panicked by your presence.
He's going over to the bird.
Huh.
The bird that laughed at us and he didn't do anything in the combat. He thinks I'm gonna get some popcorn. Where can I get some popcorn?
You need to be nicer to Wilson. He's done a lot for this guild.
Hey, I wasn't trying to be mean. I'm just saying that bird is a tough cookie.
And you see as Wilson begins to approach, he kind of freezes in place and he's just eyes fixed, staring at the owl as it's staring back at him. And then eventually he just turns away and walks away.
Nope, not doing that. Nope, it just laughed at me in my face. It got really, really close to my face, too. I didn't like it. Bad vibes.
Well, what other one are you going to do?
I don't know. Which one does anyone recommend? I don't like... I've got a horse. That's nice.
Yeah. And you have something else, Wilson?
Power of friendship?
God. Draken, what are you doing?
And you see as Draken's kind of like looking at the snake. And anyone who wants to could roll a perception check.
28.
No, 14.
19.
I have a negative crit.
Negative crit. Very powerful. Tama, you're a man of snakes. You know what a snake is supposed to look like. Everyone else kind of just glosses over it, and you see as this snake is kind of waving from side to side hypnotically. But Tama, you notice something strange about the snake. Its scales don't seem as vibrant as you feel like it should be. Furthermore, you see as its skin looks somewhat cracked, as if it is still wearing a molted, shedded variant of its skin.
Tama notes that and kind of looks a little confused as he realizes this.
After a second, Draken walks back.
Why do I feel like the snake, you picking the snake's boon just speaks more to who you are as a person?
Do you want me to replace it? I can return it. It's got a 7-day warranty.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's a trial period. She's a great saleswoman.
I mean...
Sales,
indeed.
Charisma would do that to you. What are you going to use it for?
What? I don't know.
Are you... She's
Or
looking
was
him
that
up and
a
down. What?
lie? And he just kind of waves back he sways back and forth, kind of hypnotically.
All right, Wilson, buddy, darling, please pick one.
Oh, Draken, did you know something odd about the snake?
No.
It doesn't quite look right.
So Herthia seemed fine.
It's just something's a little off compared to snakes I'm usually used to seeing.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like 200 feet long, kind of speaks English.
Yes, but it's more so the scales don't seem right.
Do I look like... Ask Wilson. I don't know. I'm not a nature guy.
Yes, but you were really close to the snake.
You go have a conversation with her. I don't... What do you want from me?
Tama, do you want to go talk to the snake?
I mean, kind of.
I'll go with you.
Well, like, does Wilson want to do... Do we want to do Wilson's things first?
Wilson's kind of just... He's playing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but he's really
helping
like,
him point.
indecisive.
Like, come on, just like that one over there. What about that one?
Oh, I
That
mean,
looks nice.
we already have Den's buff. He's a good friend. I feel like it would be a little rude if I got rid of that.
Oh, yeah. Do you need it?
Dexterity's nice.
Well, you can also ask for another boon, Wilson. Gosh, so Snow's going to stand there and go over this with him, I guess.
Sure.
I guess Tama will go up towards the snake.
So you approach.
Hello there. I'm actually a huge fan of snakes. They're actually my favorite animal.
How flattering.
When I was in the monastery, they were around quite a lot, and I got to... They're just very cool animals. But I know them well, and their scales are a bit different than yours. It's a little confusing.
We are manifestations of pure elemental power inherent in all nature. We may not appear like that which you are used to.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just, I was curious. Because, again, I love snakes. I like learning about them.
How flattering.
If we've all got our gifts, everybody, I think it's time for us to leave ours. I don't know who wants to start that off. I hate being the bearer of bad news.
So, Zana proposes to the rest of the guild that they share their information. Wilson still seems indecisive, and he's kind of just being coy with it and says he likes the buff that Dent gave him.
All right, well, I got my thing.
Great. All right. Okay. So yeah, like we said, our information. I don't know how well you guys will take this. So, Snow, starting from the very sort of beginning.
I was born in the year of our Lord.
No, she starts by talking about Puaz and the travelers who come through the gates of the tree of Anuk-Sharuk, and how there is Camille Lysimus in Aerveldum who is trying to rally them to attempt to wipe out the nature spirits.
I never trusted Camille Lysimus. Always hated that woman. I hated Aerveldum. It's a blight on this world. I wish we could scorch to earth the whole thing. There are still plenty of humans elsewhere.
But if it's just one human that's really making the rest of them turn bad, don't you think with better leadership, someone not evil in charge, this might be different?
There have been many before Camille Lysimus, and they are all the same. They have scorched down the trees and laid barren, full forests. They to this day dig deep into my caves and cores, looking for rare metals.
Yeah, they're humans. They need resources.
A lot of the other tribes in the area have lived hospitably with us for many generations. My people, for example, in the north, my tribe, we never really overfished. We only took what we needed. We replanted if we ever took anything down.
Your tribe? You mean
No, not the
Eagle?
birds. No. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, but to clarify, these travelers, they're really okay. They're not, but just like us, we're not from this world, this plane of existence.
Who?
The people of Puaz.
Oh, interesting.
We're not supposed to be here. We got trapped in this world.
So if we help you, we'll leave.
Yes. We will try to take everyone with us, which means that Camille Lysimus would lose a lot of manpower.
Still, the city of Aerveldum seems troublesome. I used to be able to keep a careful watch on every coming and going through this floor. But since Aerveldum, I cannot see that which goes on. It's hard to make informed decisions without intelligence. What good is wisdom with no knowledge?
Yeah, well, to put it bluntly, we do not know if we can stop these outworlders, travelers, from attacking you. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know if you would be able to stop them or survive their attacks. They are...
You question our strength. You question our fortuitiveness.
No, I'm sure that anyone could take on a team. But multiple humans, it's like an ant army. You have, a frog against a couple of ants. Take them down, no problem. But against a swarm?
No. It's more specifically that these outworlders are actually designed. There are special abilities that they are granted where they can become more powerful. And
do you think we aren't wise enough to handle them on our own?
So she, again, tries to give a very brief explanation because I don't think I can offer as good of an explanation that Snow would.
Sure, you can roll a diplomacy check.
20.
Thank you for bringing this to our attention. However amusing your game may have been with us, though, I am not quite sure if we can trust you. After all, you are but mere humans. How are you any different than the rest of them?
I'll vouch for them. They did help save the great tree in Ixaruk, and they've completed my challenge. And like you said, they had a great game of poker. It's been great fun. It's been kind of dull for the past 1,000 years. Each of us playing against each other. Is there anything they could do to help out to maybe prove that they're on our team? Besides, the fact that they did just inform you that people are trying to hunt you and kill you.
Yeah, we didn't need to do that.
All I need is proof. Just some form of concrete evidence proving what you say, that these people are fabricating our assaults on the city and that it is stirring up trouble against us.
What would proof look like to you?
I'm a collector of much knowledge. Tangible documents are wonderful.
Oh, I was hoping you could, just pull it from my brain knowledge. Like, you could see what happened, but I guess not. Not an option, huh?
Bring me proof, and you'll have my aid.
All right.
Clear out the pollution in the swamps. Those filthy humans keep constantly dumping sludge. More, there's a pipeline which constantly expulses out refuse. But comparatively, that is hardly a concern. Strange vehicles come, and humans unload barrels and barrels of chemicals, dumping them into my swamp.
They polluting the swamps?
I don't know if we're going to be able to do that much. There's a certain time limit on all of this before bad stuff starts happening to us as well. There's a legitimate time limit for us.
Yeah, we're putting a target on our backs doing this.
We already are being targeted.
Yeah.
Camille knows about us. She's going to be keeping an eye on us in the city if we go there.
Yeah.
So, you want us to help without any proof?
Oh, well, we don't...
And without any aid of us?
Well, I don't know what you're helping against other than your own demise. We only came to warn you. I mean, we're not... Are we asking for their help? What do we need their help with? Destroying the city? I don't think we want to destroy it. Get them to help destroy the
databases?
Do those need to be hacked into?
I don't know. That's a Stefan question.
Regardless, if you want our trust, so that we may aid you in whatever your endeavors may be.
We'll bring you proof of them faking attacks in the city.
Or...
That much we can at least try to do.
Yes.
I take you at your word. I don't doubt that this is occurring. My doubt is that you are trustworthy. Playing a game jumping around in fire does not make a relationship.
How could we prove that we're trustworthy?
If you could finally convince those filthy miners to get out of my caves, that would be a great aid.
See, that's not really trust, that's strength. Do you know how many people are down there and how little of a task force we are?
The alternative is I will use what strength I have, and I will scorch earth the entire operation.
All right. What I'm hearing here is there's a lot of desires, and I hear you, but I need you to understand.
Each one of them wants something different. It's so annoying.
It's so annoying. I need one unified answer here. You guys aren't unified.
They all kind of just look around and yeah.
Why would we be? Though we all work together, we all have our own specific wants and desires, just like you.
Yes, but if you were supposed to be stewards of the earth in a very strange and metaphorical sense, shouldn't your entire goal just be one thing that involves protecting the environment? Can we just get one goal here? Just one? Because I don't think we can do 5 or 6 different goals.
And they all kind of ceremoniously in a choir respond to that and say, destroy Aerveldum.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's it. Fine. You want me to destroy Aerveldum? I'll do it. I'll go right on the inside and just destroy everything. It's fine. Snow just goes off on this.
Sana starts excitedly bouncing upside down. We're gonna bomb the city. Bomb the city!
I don't know if this is really within our capacity. Maybe we should just tackle each one of their things individually.
Oh my gosh, dude, if we had a big bomb, Den could drop it from the sky.
Oh, I'd really be on board with that idea.
Yeah!
But Snow, you heard 5 voices in a chorus. There are 6 creatures. There, in your mind, is a mental image, almost like a dream. And it is of the nature spirits and the people of Aerveldum living harmoniously. And as it fades, it goes away with a twinkle of a star.
She just turns.
Snow's having a mental breakdown.
I don't This is why I hate interacting with people. There's too many desires, too many wants.
This is their nature spirits.
No, they're all people to me at this point. They've all got the same desire. Either destroy the city or live in perfect and peace and harmony called utopia that doesn't exist.
I mean, we could try and do things peaceably. We could try convincing the miners, and maybe they just, don't dump their chemicals.
Yeah.
That solves a lot of problems.
Wilson, we all know that ain't gonna work.
I mean, Draken's really charismatic now. I mean, got a weird toothy smile, but...
Oh, stop. Draken, please stop. Stop. Oh my God.
Put that away.
Well, I can't help it. It's a fang. It kind of just sticks out.
Yeah. I don't know if...
I don't think that suits you very well. It's not becoming at all.
Well, thankfully, it's got a 7-day return policy, right?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I could get used to it.
All right. Well, food for thought. You guys can feel free. Just, Poker Nights every Friday. If you tick any of the boxes or have any more information, feel free to share it with us.
Ooh.
Or if you'd like to play more games. I mean, we're going to be up all night.
By the way, yeah, that other game. Oh, what type of game would it be? And also, would there be wagering in it?
Of course there'd be wagering. There's no way to play a game without wagering. That's half the game.
What type of wager are you looking for?
Well, how about this? If you lose, you are going to have to get this gosh darn invasive species out of my sea. It'll have to be your foremost task. There are these dark, terrible sea creatures.
Qualupalooks.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Qualupalooks.
They're an apex predator. Nothing other than myself is capable of killing them naturally. At this rate, they'll eventually overrun the entire ocean. At first, I didn't really mind them. They were taking out all the humans. It was great. But now, their numbers starting to become a problem.
Yes, apparently, those people they were taking, they were turning them into themselves.
Oh, that explains how there got to be so many so quickly.
I'd be down for that wager.
All right, sure. Yeah, if you lose, you have to help me out with my problem, and if you win, I'll make sure that your fists strike with a frigid force of 1,000 shards.
Hey, Tama, maybe leave that for next poker night.
Oh, well, I mean, I kind of wanted to get rid of this stupid thing now, but the owl kind of laughed at me.
I also laughed. We all laughed, Draken.
Shut up. I thought I had a very clever plan to circumvent the fact that I couldn't hit the stupid fire sprite.
Well, I mean, I'm down to do the challenge now. I'm always up for a good challenge.
All right, well, whoever would like to stay and keep playing with us is more than welcome to. Other than that, I guess we can get you a ride home, and you guys can decide where you want to go from there.
Oh, if Tom is saying, I gotta watch him do this challenge.
Well, I'm definitely staying.
Oh, I mean, Snow, you want to watch the rest of the guild? There could be some fun games.
I think I need to get ready for what we have to do next.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
You can stay if you want,
Oh,
Wilson.
no, I'll tag along. You might need backup. All right, guys. Well, you have fun and play on.
All right, and with that, a flap of his wing and a gust of wind, your hair kind of gets blown in front of your face. It's really hard to see. And then as it falls back down, you're back on the mountain peak.
Oh, she blows with her mouth. God
Here,
dang
let me
it. Oh,
get some of
God.
that out of your face.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, that's better. Oh, we're back on the mountain.
I think we have to go to Puaz. We used our teleport to Anuxaruk already, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. I guess that was the only place we can go now. Wait, didn't we use our teleport to Puaz?
I don't know anymore. We're
Where
stuck
can
on
we
a
go?
mountain!
And with that, I think that's where we're going to end this week's episode of The Odd Campaign, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and listening. If you liked this episode, please do leave us a review on your favorite podcast listening app or give us a like on YouTube because we're kind of growing our following on YouTube. Other than that, Snow, is there anything else that you wanted to add?
I don't want to give them too many instructions. It might overwhelm them.
I know. They're very reptile, smooth brain.
All right.
Much like me.
All right. Foundlings, that is your one goal this week. Leave us a review or a comment. If you're on YouTube, comment. And the like button, that's also an option. Now, if it's a podcast app, leave a review. Star it. Do that kind of thing. 5 stars all across the board. If there's no 5 stars, don't do it. No 5 stars. Don't worry about it.
There
5
you go.
stars all across the
Only
board.
5 stars. You can
Only 5.
only give us 5 stars. That's what we're worth.
We'll delete all the other ones.
We will
No,
remove
no.
every other comment. We're only good.
We only respond to positive and positive
no.
reinforcement.
We will positively respond to every comment, no matter how negative.
But the
That is
comment has to be on
challenge.
YouTube because we can't respond.
That's true. Anywhere else.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're listening to this on a podcast listening, how about you go over to YouTube just to leave a comment?
Just a comment.
Just a comment. That way we can interact with you personally and say hi.
And remember, YouTube episodes release like the Friday after the Sunday release. So it's like part of a week later. Anyway, Foundlings, I think that's it from us.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.